Hello everyone, this is John here and thanks for tuning in. So today we have a special guest, Keith, and he's here to share with us how he has grown his TikTok followers to more than 10K. That's all. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Yeah. Okay, my name is Keith. So my tuition business brand is called Teacher Keith. I've been teaching for about 8 years since university time.
8 years,
I've been teaching part-time. Only after I graduated university, then I decided to run this full-time. So last year I taught 143 students. This year I downsized because 143 was a bit too many and I couldn't cope. So I downsized to now it's 127 and I still feel it's a bit too much. So next year I probably will downsize even more. But today's topic is social media, right? And how powerful it can be. Personally, I feel that social media is a very good platform for everyone to try. You do not need to be special. You do not need to be super interesting or super funny, etc. to gather followers or gather views. Because I believe that all of us are able to attract our own kind of people or our own, people who will buy from us in a sense. Okay, so I do have customers who believe in me, but I also do have customers who don't believe in me. So those are the ones who don't eventually become my followers and don't eventually become my customers. So what I am trying to advocate here is to be genuine for videos. So whoever you believe in, whoever you are, like what your philosophy is in teaching, I think it's good to just be as genuine as you can on social media. I'll give you one example. I believe a lot in letting students earn points in class and exchange for gifts. And the gifts I let them exchange are, to some people, can be quite crazy. Like right here today, I have 2 Roblox gift cards. Yesterday, 2 students actually exchanged for this. So actually, there were some parents at the start who were a bit turned off by this because it's like, hey, gaming, right? Why are we advocating for gaming? So I did explain to some of the people that it is because even as adults, we work hard for a reason as well, right? We work hard because end of year, we want to travel, we want to bring our family overseas, etc. Or we need to, maybe sometimes we want to have some simple luxuries in life, right? Go for restaurants and things like that. I think kids also need some form of motivation and goal to work towards, okay? So of course, in the policy that I have with parents is that only if parents allow, then I buy them like such gaming gift cards and things like that. If not, they can exchange for other things. So I got a lot of kids exchange for K-pop merchandise, very harmless things.
Anyone get free worksheets from you?
Got one student yesterday asked, can I exchange the points for free lesson?
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I was very, actually over the years, there are a lot of interesting stories. But some students want me to cash into their bank account for savings. Some of them say, one student very sweet, I want to give my dad for Father's Day.
Oh.
Yeah. So all these stories that I have in my history with the students. So they come to class, they can earn points. Basically, that's how they earn points is through answering question. Their homework must do properly because I mark all their homework. If got improvement or what, then I'll give points. Yeah, then if they raise an answer question, then I'll give points also. Yeah, even if they ask good questions, cannot ask go toilet or what, but like good questions, then I'll give points also. So these are things that I help students to like interact with me. Yeah, so basically that's it. And why am I trying to talk about social media here? Because I post all this on social media. There's a risk, right? The risk is that, what if parents who don't like all this, all right? I even show students like receiving the Roblox gift cards. I also know when I posted them that, some parents would be like not happy with this, but I still posted them because to me, that's me, that's my genuine belief and philosophy, right? So what my advice is for everyone is that maybe don't be too scared about what others would think. Just post what you think is genuine for you and what you think will be helpful. So it comes to my second point. Okay, I'll quickly go through the second point.
Fine.
Yeah, if you have a question, please ask me. I talk too much or I also scared I never go too in-depth.
It's fine. Okay, so I think when we post videos of kids, yes. For example, you actually shoot a video of the Roblox card. Do you have to get consent form? Or?
Yes, of course. I actually ask the parents for permission. So all the parents, those that are on, sorry?
Did you get them to sign a form or it's just a form?
Yeah, it's on WhatsApp. But I do have the conversation, like evidence that. But honestly, I trust the parents. Parents also trust me. So I feel there isn't a big problem right here. That is how I do it. But if you all feel that having a consent form is, I think go ahead with it. But for me, my business so far has been very manual and worked a lot on trust with the clients also. Any other questions so far regarding the first point?
So when you have the rest of questions, and then if you want me to ask, you can put in the chat box. Probably you can bring us through the journey of how you started off getting students. And I think having 100+ students and then sharing from you that there are too many sounds like a good thing that happened for your business. And then maybe you can bring us to how you started off, how you funneled them down from your TikTok videos to your lessons. It'll be great for us.
I think I started off as one-to-one. So when I maxed out my one-to-one capacity, I realized the next progression is of course to do classes. Okay, so how I did classes was I started to market on social media as well as my current client. So the 2 biggest channels so far of me getting students is 50-50. Number 1 is TikTok. Number 2 is word of mouth. So word of mouth can be very powerful if the students and parents are very satisfied with your service. Not only that, you're giving them free stuff. So I give a lot of free lessons. So later I'll share a bit more about all this. I give a lot of free lessons for the students, especially when exams are nearing. Actually, when they sign up, they don't know all this. But when exam coming right, then I say, okay, I actually got free class. So the parents feel very happy. Then they actually, a lot of them recommend me to quite a lot of other parents, which I'm very grateful for. And number 3, I give a lot of free materials as well. So if you all follow me on TikTok, you all will know I have a Telegram channel. I think now there's like 1,000 followers. I post all my materials there for free. I'm not afraid of the copyright, like people copy me, etc. Because to me, it is, even the materials I can sell, I post it for free. So the reason is because I feel that if I want to help students, right, might as well help them as much as I can, correct? So all this material I posted for free. Actually, people circulate the material throughout like parent communities and things like that. So that's how some parents know about me also. Yeah. So that's number one, how I grew my audience. To answer John's question on TikTok content, when I post videos, I tend to follow a few content guidelines. Number one is to go through viral questions. Okay, so for example, I think I shared a video on Wednesday, but I will share again. Whenever there's an exam question coming up, for example, let's say last year PSLE, when it was just over, I actually asked my students to recall the questions sent to me, like a few hours after PSLE sounds, the same day. So when they recall the questions they sent to me, I immediately go through the question on TikTok and post video on it. Now that gathered like 30K views because every parent wants to know, did my child get the correct answer, etc. Yeah, so that is one thing that y'all can look out for, maybe level or this year PSLE, ask the students, I'll help you all write down the question and then go through immediately. Yeah. So I think that one will get a lot of views. I think second thing is find a niche. Okay, so my niche is on primary 5, primary 6 science. Because if you are like someone who teach everything like from primary school to JC, it's hard for parents to know what you're specialized in, what are you good at. Okay, so I actually make it a point to brand myself as primary 5, primary 6 only. Even primary 3, primary 4, I don't teach. I only teach P5, P6. Right? And because of that, my content is very focused on primary 5, primary 6. Yeah. So things like open-ended questions, booklet B answering techniques, these are things primary 5, primary 6 students tend to struggle with more. Yeah. So those are what parents are in my channel for.
Do the P6 students like follow up with you? What if they ask if you teach Set 1 science?
Yeah, they do. I will actually recommend other centers to them. I tend to recommend Overmark to them because I know the founder of Overmark. Yeah, and I like his philosophy. Yeah, I actually believe one thing in business is not really karma, but more a paradox. Okay, the more you try and take, the less you will have. That's one thing I truly believe in. If I hold all the students to myself, I don't give to others, or I tell them like, oh, I will teach Set 1, I'll teach Set 2. Then suddenly I am making my business very messy. So I always tell primary 6 students, all the P6 students actually they ask me, the parents also got ask me, can I teach Set 1? I say I can, but I'm not teaching Set 1 because even P5, P6, my field mark, how can I slot in secondary 1 students? And my focus now is on P5, P6. So I do tell them, I will not teach your child to go to Set 1 when Set 1, but I can recommend these other centers to you.
It's okay that you can share because when you say that it's field right and holding P5 and P6 class, so how does your weekly looks like?
So my week starts on Sunday. So all the new materials, everything will start on Sunday. So Sunday morning, I have P5 class at Potong Pasir. So the whole Sunday, I'm at Potong Pasir. So I got 2 P5 and 2 P6 classes on Sundays. Monday, I am also at Potong Pasir. So I have 2 P6 classes on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, I will be at Coburn. So my classes start at 3 p.m. for weekdays, 3 to 6:30. So 2 classes only. Sundays, I teach from 9 to 6:30, around 9 to 6:30. Okay. So weekdays, Monday to Thursday, I teach from 3 to 6:30. So Monday is Potong Pasir, Wednesday is Jurong East, then Thursday is off. So yesterday I just had 2 online classes. Yeah. And then Friday is rest day, but I actually give like some extra classes on Friday for free. And I also do marking of work on Fridays and admin work. Yeah.
The free classes I think is quite new even for myself. So for Friday's free classes, how does it work on?
Okay, so I tend to provide free classes for 2 groups of students. In fact, every student can be categorized in one of these groups. So the first group is what I call the L1 class. Students who want to aim for L1, right, for PSLE to get to certain school, etc. That will be on Fridays, 30 to 6 p.m. So those classes are specialized on challenging questions only. We don't waste time on simple topics. We don't waste time on going too slow. We go straight into difficult questions. Certain topics are focused on like circulatory system, plant reproduction, a lot of keywords, cycle as well, lots of keywords, and then also certain challenging concepts when it comes to etc. So that's what I focus on for one class, online class. I provide 2 other extra classes for free, and that is on Saturday morning. That is for AL3 students. That means students who are not scoring AL3 yet, okay? But aiming for AL3. I told all my kids, at least go and aim for AL3. Don't be satisfied with 4 AL5, just aim for AL3. Every other student will be in this category, Saturday morning online, or they can even choose Sunday in person. But the in-person class free, but there is 10 maximum. So of course they have to quickly book. Right.
It's nice to hear. Also something that I can definitely use it.
I think when you plan your schedule for the year, good to allocate some slots of pre-lesson or like remedial classes. Sometimes students need extra help. Then those slots you can help them one-to-one. So if let's say got no class yet. Yeah, I think those are things that really make parents very happy. Yeah. Any other questions regarding any of this?
Okay, we have one question about the kind of content that you do from TikTok. But I think at the same time, maybe you can also give us an overview. How does the funneling look like?
Usually people find me on TikTok. They will either DM me, that means direct message me on TikTok. I will always bring them to WhatsApp, right? So we will have our main channel of communication, so with app. Then I will discuss with them. I'll say what level is your child. I'll send them all the infographic of my schedule and everything. If they the slot, they are okay. Online class, I always ask the parent this one question, which is, can your child focus online? If I say don't join online, no point. I'd rather you choose another teacher's physical class rather than you join my online class, because it will not help if your child cannot focus. I told them if only your child can focus. Then they'll ask what you mean by can focus. I say, do they have any history of online classes before? Other subjects, whether they can improve from there. And number 2 is, when they're online, do they tend to do other things? Yeah. So number 3, I always tell parents, if you can sit beside them. I like it when parents sit beside their children during lesson together, because I always see as teamwork, 3 of us helping one kid together. Basically, that is the funnel. Go to WhatsApp. I give them all the details. I send them the instructions. Payment-wise, I also send on WhatsApp. All the invoice, everything I send on WhatsApp.
Do you do calls with them, or it's just all?
I'm thinking of incorporating calls next year. I don't actually do calls with my clients right now, but I think it's an added personal touch. So like, I was thinking like every month I can have a one-to-one session with parents. Yeah, especially the kids that need it. Yeah, so like a bit like parent-teacher conference. But I don't know if parents will feel, what do you think? Will you think like parents will feel like it's too much? School got parent-teacher conference, tuition also got parent-teacher conference. Is it too much for them?
I think I can speak as a parent. So what my children, their experience tells me that it can be a choice. Yeah, you can opt out if you don't have anything to talk to the teacher, or you can do online, or you can meet in school, or just messaging is fine. So I think you can give a few choices to different parents, and then they'll tell you what they need.
Give a choice, law, right? Yeah.
What about the prospecting when you and then they say, Teacher Keith, can you give me a call? I want to talk to you and find out more so they can understand also my future. Do you do that?
Yeah. So if of course they request for a call, of course I'll call them, because sometimes they just want to find out. The thing is this, actually recently, to be honest with you, I don't get many of these kind of queries. I think the reason is because people find me either from word of mouth or from TikTok, both of which, right, is either like friend recommendation, so they don't feel the need to like know more already. They already know it will help. Or they see on my TikTok, they know I can teach, right? So they see already, they also know it will help. But maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, I tend to receive a few calls to ask me to pitch myself, like as if to share with them how can I help their child. So instead of sharing straight away how I can help their child, actually ask them questions first. I think prospecting wise, if you guys are receiving calls, right, from parents to ask how you can help, I think the best way is really to ask questions, because you ask questions about their child, find out whether you can actually help them or not. That's the first goal. Yeah. If already they are like, for example, if you're specialized in helping students improve from like lower results, for example, yeah, then I think the call, when you ask those questions, you know what to say in a sense, to let them know that you can help them. Yeah. When I used to take calls in the past, I used to share with them that, okay, if your child is, what's your child scoring for booklet? Okay, so in primary school science, 2 booklets, A and B. In the past, booklet A was out of 56 marks. Right now it's out of 60. They have changed the scoring for this year. So for whether is it 56 or 60 marks, it's still quite a high weight. But if students can do well for booklet A, typically, right, their concept knowledge is quite good. Problem is their answering technique. They don't know this answer needs more writing or not. They don't know if this kind of question needs more keywords or not. Because some questions are actually quite simple, quite straightforward. So I actually tell the parents to let me know their results first. Then I do a simple analysis. If their booklet A is not so good, I tell them practice booklet A. So I give them straight away, I give them practical tips that they can help with their child, even if they don't come from my lesson. They already know how to guide their children already. So provide value first. That's, I think, my way of prospecting.
Yeah, and I think it's really a trick in your business as well, like really help the students also doing what is, it fits the client. So if it's online, you recommend them to somewhere else instead of trying to get the students in. So I thought that is something unique about you.
Yeah, I think because if you haunt the student, but you cannot help them, and for example, let's say after the results come out and it's not so good, for example, then it's not really about the business, it's more about yourself, right? You feel bad, correct? Because it's their PSLE, correct? So if they are not paying attention, I will tend to remind the parents, I noticed today this student, he was doing other things, etc., etc. So that's for online class, a bit harder to manage. But physical class is, to me, not a big problem.
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 questions here. Online class, do you have a cap? You can answer that.
Yes.
After that?
I have 20 student maximum.
Yeah.
Okay,
the other thing that I want to ask also, okay, I think some of us may think you have 10K followers, that's why you have 100 plus students. So probably help us to understand how we can get from where we are now. For myself, I have less than 1,000 followers. And then at the same time, help us to understand what is a timeline like, what should we do on a weekly basis? And also how can we move to where you are right now? And is it too late? Is it too late for me?
No, there are so many influencers that are not young. If you all look at TikTok, you can see
it's not young.
It's the truth. Yes, it's possible, because guys, this is the platform that is free. Rather than you buy ads or you etc., right? You just post. It's free of charge. And the worst thing that can happen is you waste 5 minutes or you waste 10 minutes, or people get a good laugh, maybe embarrassing video or what. I actually post a lot of embarrassing video. I post myself singing a keyword list song. Actually, that got a lot of views also, right? Because his teacher like don't know what he's doing like that. Quite funny. Yeah, so this kind of things just is really to get views, but of course focus on your niche, on your content. My advice is very simple, but not easy to do. Okay. My advice is, number 1, post every day. Just post every day. Find something and post every day. But must post regarding to your business. Yeah. Just try your best to post every day. Okay. Can be a 5-minute video, can be a 10-minute video. Just post every day. And don't care about quality. I see a lot of tutors, actually got quite a few tutors ask me for help also. So when I have a call with them one-to-one that like few months back, etc., sometimes I meet them up, right? They got one tutor, I remember he went to hire 2 part-time social media part-timers just to help him edit and post videos. But the thing is, he had 30 followers and his business not making money yet, but he want to hire all this. And then I asked him why. He said he's a perfectionist. I cannot take it when my video is not perfect, then I post online. But that's the problem, because we are not YouTube, right? TikTok and social media, Instagram, these are not YouTube, in a sense that YouTube, usually your videos are more professional. We must leverage on the fact that it's very genuine, very simple, just go for it. Yeah. So I think the best advice I can give is film yourself teaching. Even in class, I think recently what I did was I bought a Insta360. One more thing about my students is my class is that every lesson is recorded. Every parent can view what is happening in class at any given point in time. So they know what Teacher K is teaching. They know if I'm following the school syllabus or not, etc. They also know if the students are paying attention. Okay. But this good thing is, because you film yourself teaching, you can also, after the lesson, cut some parts and post on. It's like win-win situation, right? Yeah. So that's one maybe strategy I can give you guys. I always do this. Yeah.
So it sounds like this is the content creation part whereby you get a camera and then you actually video record as
Correct.
for two purposes. One is for the parents and the
Yes.
other one is for social media.
Yes, correct.
So when you post it, where you post the recording?
Google Drive.
Google Drive.
So all my current parents all have access to the Google Drive. So they can, like when as exam period, they can view like December lessons. They are important because I went through energy in December, for example. Then they will go and revise energy questions.
Do you allow them to download or they watch from there?
I put viewers only, but of course, I don't know what they do in the background. To me, I know it's a risk. A lot of things I'm doing actually is a risk because Roblox, all this. But to me, it's who I am. If I'm genuine with my help, I don't think people will do funny things with it. Yeah, because people maybe they don't take it for granted. That's what I hope. Yeah, but if anything happens, then I will have to replan it. But for now, what I give all my clients is quite good. I think like quite good benefits. Yeah.
Yes. And I really like what you're doing. And through Dylan, I know you. And I think I wouldn't say that I know you for a long time, but from the interaction that we have, I feel that you're a person who is very authentic. Yeah. So I thank you for that. And can I have a show of hands if you actually not just hear what Keith is saying, but also hear how he's saying it. And then also how he actually added his own mix into his business. And his business actually may feel like Keith as well. Yeah. Can I have a show of hands if you feel like he's very authentic?
Thank you.
Also, so I think that's something that even for me, I can learn that as well. Yeah, if the content creation part, I understand that you post every day. Then,
as much as possible.
Yeah. Then some of us may ask, okay, like for myself, I'm a father of 3. So how you find time to do all this? Even for people who are not married, like the younger people here, they may ask, so how do you actually find time? Lessons plus marking is really like a big task already. How do you find time for that?
Nowadays, I don't post every day. But when I was building up my client base, of course, I needed to post every day, right? Because I want to build up as many students as I can. So during that period, I post every day. So when you have the time, you can post. But once your students start to come in, treat it as maintenance rather than to get more students. Maintenance means maybe twice a week. Try and make sure people still know of this channel.
Can you bring us through when you started off? So which year did you start off building TikTok?
TikTok, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
That's a good,
Around
amazing.
2 years. Yeah. I remember the one viral video I made was regarding a PSLE question. And from there, I realized this kind of, I time to live stream. Yeah. So because of this, I realized that this kind of content works, which means go through difficult questions or controversial questions.
Okay, we have another 10 more minutes because I also want to rest because he's also unwell.
I think got a few questions on the chat. Maybe I answer quickly those questions.
Yes, in the meantime, later before we go off, I think it'll be nice for some of you to just unmute and introduce yourself because to the connect purpose here is to connect. Ultimately, the tuition market is actually very big and every one of us should be able to support each other. If you can answer the questions in the chat.
David asked, the free class is only for current students. Yes, it is for only current students. Yeah. Then TikTok is a business account, correct? Business account, I think benefit is you get to see your analytics, your audience. Because sometimes you post a video can go viral, but the audience is from Philippines or from India. Those are audience that we cannot reach, correct? So no point. Yeah. So we want to make sure the audience percentage is mostly Singapore people, yes.
Okay, quick question. Do you actually recommend getting paid ads or paid traffic for your post?
No. I read somewhere that once you start buying ads on TikTok, the algorithm slightly changes to a point where you will need to keep paying ads really. If not, you cannot get many views. That is one. Second thing is my business so far, I have spent $0 on advertising, which I didn't know can happen until it happened to me. So I think maybe share with you guys so that y'all can learn from my experience as well. Last time I used to run a tuition agency. It's called Lumi Lessons. Don't know if you heard of it. Yeah, I actually run Lumi Lessons in the past. But actually I gave the business away. But anyways, Lumi Lessons, I spend like $100,000 on ads every year. So I spend a lot of money on ads, right? So I'm good at ads. I'm good at Facebook ads. I'm good at Instagram ads. The thing is, I learned that if you need ads to keep your business alive, something is wrong with your business, right? That means you're not attracting the customers. You're trying to go out there and pull them in, etc. I feel it'll be best if the time and money is spent on content and honing your skills rather than to buy ads. So I don't believe in paid ads.
Wise word.
Yeah, thank you. Will you still post content on TikTok every day? David asked. No, I don't post every day. Now I post 3 times a week. Sometimes I go live. Actually, I just started live once. Quite fun. Yeah.
When you do live, what kind of content do you put? And also, I think there are many ways to set up your devices for live. So what's your setup like?
I just put my phone in front of my face and then it's very random. I never plan it. I just press live. Then got some of my students join. Some of my ex-students also join. Then parents join. Then funny things like one of the students asked, how did dinosaurs go extinct? So some of them treat me like encyclopedia. Yeah. So quite funny. Then I just answer from best of what I know. And then just talk to the parents. Parents also ask me a lot of questions. So what are topics to look out for primary 4? Yeah, usually tell them 3 topics now. Matter, heat, and those. Because these 3 things is abstract to them. They learn life cycle. With obvious, right? Plants, animals, they can see, they can touch, they understand. But when it comes to matter, suddenly the whole worldview is shaken because these are abstract concepts. They cannot really pin it to a reality. You know what I mean? Like light, you can see light, yes, but how does shadow form and etc. All this hard to understand compared to life cycle. Yeah.
It's your life.
I went online for 45 minutes because they reward you for being online for a longer period of time. Yeah.
Got it.
45 minutes.
Okay.
May I ask how you advise parent to teach his son to do well for primary 5 science? Okay, primary 5, right, is the most difficult year, not primary 6. Primary 5, in terms of content, is the most number of topics. If you're going to look at the syllabus, primary 5 has about 6 topics. Okay, so I name all topics now for you guys. Okay, so you have animal reproduction, plant reproduction, water cycle, plant transport system, human and respiratory system, then last one is electrical system. Okay, the thing is this, most schools follow this order that I just mentioned. But some schools jump around. They start from here. The mistake most parents make is they sign up for tuition, but their tuition teach a certain order, but the school teach from another order. Then there's a problem, there's a clash because A1 they will not do well because in a sense the tuition will not help because tuition teach this order, P5 the school teach in another order. For so far I see P5 mostly they do this for some schools. Some schools like Henry Park, ACS Junior, Mary Stella, these are the schools that different order, jumbo one. I don't know why. Okay, so that's my first advice is to find out if the tuition center has a plan for that. If they got no plan for that, then something is wrong. Then you can find other centers or you find a one-to-one.
So what your growth of your followers like over in TikTok? Okay, I understand that. Okay, so we start from 0, then now you have 10K. Was it gradual growth or is there a spurt because of some viral videos that went off?
There will be spurts in different seasons. Season there will be a spurt is the PSLE period because they tend to share the content around. They tend to follow me more because they want to hear what I'm going to go through, etc. It's gradual in a sense that it's like it's not one time then suddenly become 10K. It's like over two, right? There will be seasons, so December usually less views. November, December, even if you post the best content, less views, so everyone is overseas. No one wants to think about PSLE now. But January, start to see some rise, right? Then after that, followed by after their W2, after their prelims. Yeah. So these are the things that you can expect. The season is high and low. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks much, Keith.
Even though I'm satisfied with my client base, etc., but we don't want to be arrogant. Random things also, if I see something like yesterday or a few days ago, one student made quite a funny mistake on the paper, for example, then I'll go and post it on social media.
But the one you will not post name as your.
Of course, I will not post it. I do post some, okay, I can show you. I organize a football game for my kids. This kind of thing I would tend to post also, but it's for fun. It's not to get views. It's just, yeah.
Keith, so what is your takeaway? What would be one key takeaway for all of us here? You share a lot of things, your journey. I think also to provide great customer experience as well, and also really understand your students. So what would be one key insight that we can take away from?
Yeah, I think to focus on social media and TikTok, right? My key takeaway is, like I say, simple but not easy to do. Easy advice, not easy to do, but it's a simple, straightforward thing, which is to post every day. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of low views because first day you're gonna post, second day you're gonna post, but the third day if you post and you still see not a lot of views, you're gonna feel very disappointed. It's hard to continue. But I just challenge all of you, if you can post every day, different days you try and experiment different content related to your field. And whenever you see a content get a bit more views, leverage on that content and post that kind of content more. Within months, right, or even a year, your follower will definitely increase for sure. Maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, I don't know. But it will definitely go up because the more you do something, the better you get at it. Even if at the start you're not so good, all right, just keep trying, just keep doing. So that's my key takeaway. There's really no secret lah. Yeah, and I think that's the main point. Second point is be genuine, be authentic to yourself and to your audience, to your clients. Understand that every year there's tens of thousands of students coming in. So competition-wise, if you really think about it, although there's a lot of centers, you need to stick to who you are. Then you can be different. Then you can attract who is meant for you in that sense.
Got it. Thanks so much, Keith. And then what wise words from our young friend